an important topic that is relevant to men of all ages. How to stop gazing at women with lust. In this video, we will go through the 5 most important guidelines that men should follow in order to stop looking at women with lust and start looking at them with respect. Number 1, first and foremost rule, realize that women are not objects. A desire or appetite that is unreasonable or contrary to the law is referred to as lust. It almost always prompts thoughts of sexual activity. Yet, it is related to one's hunger, much like how gluttony and greed are, a need or desire that is strong to the point of being overwhelming. On the other hand, it can appear that a lack of self-control or selfishness is the driving force behind lust. These are factors that have a role, but emptiness is typically the primary driving force behind lust. People could give in to their lust as a pointless attempt to fill a hole in their lives, but sometimes they just can't help themselves. The primary origin of lust is found in the hypothalamus, a region of the brain that is also responsible for regulating fundamental desires such as hunger and thirst. Lust and love both stimulate the production of molecules in the brain's reward center, one of which is the feel-good hormone oxytocin, which in turn encourages social engagement and emotional connection. When we move beyond momentary sexual desires and start sexualizing other people and experiences as a means of coping with our hopelessness, anxiety, loneliness, boredom, unresolved early life trauma, and unmet adult needs, this is when lust becomes a problem for us. As guys, we have a hidden desire to be with women, but we need to learn how to control this impulse and respect women's dignity at the same time. Realizing that women are not objects is the first and most essential step in following this code of conduct. They are human beings just like us, and as such are capable of feeling and experiencing emotions. We have to go past treating them like objects of our lust and figure out how to respect them as unique beings. When we look at women with lust, we diminish them to the status of simple objects, which is not the appropriate way to begin any kind of connection with a potential partner. Hence, the first thing that needs to be done in order to stop looking at women with sexual desire is to realize that they are not objects, but rather people who are due respect. Sadly, a significant number of males fail to recognize women as unique beings and perceive them instead as objects for their personal pleasure. This way of thinking is not only insulting, but it is also destructive because it contributes to the objectification of women that is prevalent in our culture. In order to stop treating women as objects, men need to adjust their mentality and begin viewing women as equal human beings who are deserving of respect. This implies that males should treat women in the same manner in which they themselves would like to be treated, namely with consideration, empathy, and compassion. Males should make an effort to learn about the experiences that women have had, listen to the opinions that women have, and respect the contributions that women have made to society. Number 2, learn to control your thoughts. The second thing you need to do is train yourself to take command of your thoughts. We are not in control of our first ideas or inclinations, but we are in charge of how we respond to them when they arise. When we are in the presence of an attractive lady, we may have feelings of lust or want. Nevertheless, we need to learn to manage these emotions and refrain from acting on them. We need to develop the ability to refocus our attention on more positive and fruitful endeavors that will contribute to our overall personal development. Meditation on present moment awareness is one technique that can be useful in gaining control over these ideas. Meditation enables men to become aware of their ideas without passing judgment on them and to focus on the here and now rather than dwelling on the past or the future. By doing so, men are able to refocus their thoughts on more positive and productive tasks, which will contribute to their overall development as persons. Number 3, focus on inner beauty. The third rule is to concentrate on one's inner attractiveness. There is a widespread misconception in today's society that a woman's outward appearance is the single most essential factor in determining her value. It is imperative that we acquire the skill of appreciating the inner beauty of a lady, which includes her personality, values, and beliefs as being just as essential, if not more so, than her outward appearance. When we concentrate on the attractiveness of the person on the inside, we are able to develop relationships with women that are deeper and more significant than those that are motivated by lust or want. Instead of concentrating simply on a woman's outward looks, men should make it a point to recognize and value the inner beauty that she possesses. Taking the time to get to know a woman on a deeper level and asking her questions about her interests, objectives, and passions is an important step in achieving this aim. Men are able to create deeper and more lasting connections with women that are not based on lust or want when they center their attention on the women's inner beauty. Number 4, remember to show respect to women. Respecting women as individuals is the 4th rule. This implies giving women the same level of respect that men would desire for themselves or their loved ones if they were in the same situation. It is unacceptable for men to engage in sexual harassment or unwanted physical advances toward women, make objectifying comments about women, or make comments about women's bodies. Men shouldn't make jokes or use language that demean or disrespect women, and they shouldn't use offensive language either. Recognizing the achievements that women have made in society, whether in the workplace, political arena, or other arenas, is another aspect of respect. Men ought to make it their mission to assist women in the accomplishment of their goals and to act as companions to them in the struggle for gender equity. Number 5, if you need help, ask for it. The last piece of advice is to get assistance whenever you can. When it comes to overcoming these obstacles, men may require the assistance of trained professionals. Keeping one's thoughts and wants in check can be a difficult chore at times. If a man believes that his thoughts and wants regarding women are going out of control, he should not be afraid to seek the assistance of a licensed therapist or counselor. Therapists and counselors can equip men with the tools and strategies they need to conquer their desires and develop into better men so they can receive treatment. In addition, they are able to assist men in recognizing any underlying concerns, such as low self-esteem or previous traumatic experiences, which may be contributing to the men's conduct. In conclusion, it is critical for males to acquire the skills necessary to cease staring at women with lust in their eyes. We can become better men and have relationships with women that are deeper and more meaningful if we adhere to the 5 golden rules that we covered in this video. Keep in mind that showing proper deference to females is not only the moral thing to do, but it is also an indication of genuine manliness. It is essential to keep in mind that altering one's mentality and behavior is not a one-time activity, but rather an effort that must be maintained over time. It may take some time and work to unlearn unhealthy behaviors and replace them with healthy ones, but the benefits to one's own life and society as a whole make the investment worthwhile. In addition, it is essential to acknowledge that putting a halt to the objectification of women is not simply an individual obligation, but a collective one for society as a whole. It's time to question and transform the cultural norms and mentalities that help to maintain the objectification of women. We expect you to show your support for our work by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Also, let us know your valuable opinion in the comment box. Thank you for taking the time to watch.